Hello there, welcome to Talking Balearics with me, Martin Makepeace. Not quite in Ibiza, but I'm just across the water in Andorra. And I'm currently snowed in, Rich, at the moment, which I think says it all about the weather that we're having, isn't it?
Only you, mine, could get snowed in at a skiing resort. I mean, come on, what's going on?
The thing is, the last few years I've been skiing, and there's not been enough snow, and now there's too much snow. So I know it's good fun, mate. Anyway, isn't it? You know, it's snowed in, so you've got me earlier than we organised, Richie.
What resort are you in, Mark?
I'm in Parador, which is in Andorra,
Nice.
just over the French border. Yeah, I mean, I skied yesterday. It was loads of snow, and been snowing again all night. There's high winds as well, so there's avalanche warning. So it's.
I really like that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's best just to stay in and lick our wounds today, Rich. So anyway, how are you, mate?
No après ski today, then?
No, I will be going to après ski.
Of course.
Funny enough, I'm not the best skier in the world, but I think I'm very good at après.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Anyway, Richie Pryor in Mallorca, what have you got for me?
Yeah, Richie Pryor in a cold, wet Mallorca still, Mark. We've still got over this wet period. It's terrible. But anyway, let's hope for, it's February next week, don't forget. I know. January's flown by.
It's unbelievable, Richie. I'll save my weather segment for the pod. So do your intros, Rich, and I'll do mine.
So I've got the overnight stay ratio for last year here in Mallorca. Here in Spain, actually, overall in Spain.
Interesting.
Also got news of Jet2 and their flying numbers for this year, which is looking good for the Balearics as a whole, to be perfectly honest, not just for Mallorca. In fact, actually, we haven't got the highest percentage increase another island has. Also, Calvià has been nominated for the best beach resort by our friends at the name that I can't pronounce, Condé Nast or whatever it's called.
Condé Nast, mate. Condé Nast.
Condé Nast. That's it.
It's not that difficult, Rich. It's hardly a railway station in North Wales, is it?
Well, yeah, but it's a posh magazine that I know nobody reads apart from people that got a lot of money. But anyway, we're still in there, and we also got a little bit of football at the end, young Mark.
Good lad. I like that. So I have got for you today, got big news from the hotel front here in Ibiza, which I'm going to go into. Major investments and major news from the hotel Plantilla, which we call it over here, the Plantilla of the hotels, which is basically the hotel sector. So that's quite exciting news. I'm just going to follow up on my Parador story from last week, Rich, as well.
Oh, the Parador. Everybody loves the story.
The Parador. We're going to get paralytic in the Parador, aren't we? I blogged about it this week, and also a news item has come out today that I just want to touch on too. And also, because I'm a property guy, and I keep saying that every week, but I am a property guy, interesting reports come out about the age group of people buying houses.
I saw that,
and that's relevant for you as well, Richie. So like that, and you go with football, and I go with clubs. I've got a little bit of clubbing news as well from one of the biggest clubs on the island.
So last year, Mallorca was the tourist destination with the most overnight stays in the whole of Spain, with some 49.5 million, while the Calvià area had the highest average occupancy rate of 81%. And the highest average weekend occupancy, 82.2%, according to figures published on Monday by the INE, which is the National Statistics Institute here in Spain. Overnight stays in hotels in 2012 reached an all-time high in Spain with 366.7 million, 1% more than in 2024.
It just goes to show that Mallorca really is a touristic powerhouse, isn't it, really? It really is a different world over there, Rich.
Yeah, and and prices are holding their own as well, Mark. It's not, you know as well as I do that hoteliers aren't dropping their prices right now. They are keeping them quite high, and they're saying that, well, why should we? If we're getting that sort of occupancy, why should we drop our price? I mean, there is going to be that sweet spot, as we know, when it gets there. But yeah, at the moment, it's things are still looking up.
No, I think the prospects for this year are very good. Interesting enough, in my little skit now, I'm going to talk about my hoteliers. I'll bring this one forward, but the buzzword is that it's all about pricing, not about occupancy. So even though you're saying the occupancy is high, I think the hoteliers aren't looking at that these days, where there used to be bums on seats, didn't it? Now it's now it's margins.
Yeah, I agree.
Margins. And I think what they're doing, and we've seen it in Ibiza many times, Rich, is, these renovated hotels that used to be 50 euros a night, they're now 300 euros a night. And they're getting it, Rich, as well. That's the thing. So, the market decides, doesn't it? This is what really annoys me about the people who say Ibiza's too expensive or Mallorca's too expensive or whatever. It's only the price that people are prepared to pay, Rich, and that's what hotels do. A lot of hotels have dynamic pricing, and you know what that is, Rich, don't they? They literally change their pricing every day. So if they've got 20 rooms left, they put the price down. If they've got 2 rooms left, they put the price up. So it's the EasyJet way or the Ryanair way, isn't it?
No, I agree. And the average daily hotel revenue per occupied room was 127.7 euros. So there you go.
That's just for me. That's for Mallorca, though, Rich. We're talking.
No, that's an over. I think that's an overall thing for Spain.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
That's an overall thing for Spain. So that's still good, isn't it? I mean, it's
I mean, listen. Going on from that, I'll just go on to my first story, which is about the Palladium Hotel Group, which is part of the Matuti's family group of companies. And I mean, in many ways, Rich, you've got. Have you got Ibero? Is it Iberostar over there, haven't you? You've got Iberostar.
Well, there's Iberostar, there's Melia, there's
Melia,
Riu.
Yeah. I mean, they're all Mallorca companies, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, and you'd say that they're actually world-class companies as well, because they offer
a lot
all
of
over
them,
the world.
Yeah, a lot of them obviously have got massive hotels in Caribbean and Mexico, etc. So yes, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, our version of that is the Palladium Group, Rich, and it actually goes exactly what you've just said there. They're doing a massive expansion program this year, or over the next several years. They're going to be investing 1 billion euros in their hotels, and they're opening, as you said there, Rich. They're opening in Caribbean, they're opening in Americas, they're opening in other destinations as well. So they're really going for it, to want of a better expression. Now, the CEO has been on today, and as he said that basically margin is more important than occupancy. Whereas we said before, back in the day when we were repping, it was all about bums on seats. It was all about fill the planes, fill the hotels. Now it's about how much you can get out of people, and their hotel group is really going places. Now, there's 2 points I want to make, Rich, for this story. Is first of all, how are the Melia and the Iberia service and the Rio, how are they treated in Mallorca? Are they looked upon as pioneers of the travel industry? Are they respected? What's the overall feedback about those companies in Mallorca?
Well, I think it depends who you speak to, Martin, isn't it? Like most hoteliers, you know what I mean? A lot of people blame them for the over-tourism, of course. But in reality, there are companies that employ a lot of people, to be frank, will bring in a lot of the money, or obviously a lot of the taxation that goes through the government as well. And I mean, I'm respected in a way that they're family-run. Well, particularly, I know Iberostar that's run by the Flujar family, and Melia that's run by the Escarrer family. The Rio is run by a family, but for the life of me, I can't remember the name. Well-respected families, Mallorcan businessmen and everything else. So, once again, as I say, depends who you talk to. And just to mention about Palladium, because I've stayed in one of their hotels in Mexico, actually. Very, very nice. Very nice. And would definitely go back.
Well, the two points I wanted to raise, Rich, was first of all, there is a bit of pushback about the Palladium Group and the Matuti's Group on the island. So I think they're viewed by many as being too strong, being too successful, having too much, how can we say, political pull. So there is a bit of pushback, although you have to recognise that they are taking the island in a different direction. I often write in my blog post that one of the turning points for Ibiza as general as a product was Ushuaia in 2010, when that changed from a family hotel to this amazing, world-famous, world-class hotel. It just changed the whole dynamic, not of the resort, of the island. Okay, so they are seen by many of having too much strength on the island and being too maybe just changing the dynamic a little bit too much.
But what I was going to ask you, Mark, with the strength that they have and the money they've invested, hasn't that made everybody else start investing even more in their own businesses in order to come up? Because I'm sure it has, probably, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely, Rich.
There you go.
1,000%. But people don't see it that way, do they?
No, well, no.
As you know, the islands they're run often by gossip and petty jealousies, aren't they? So you have to respect what they've done. And this latest news that they're investing €1 billion in their hotel sector just shows you the strength of the company. Now, the really important point, I'll come on to my second point about this story, is that they're really going for it in their hotels in Playa del Bossa. Now, they used to have the Ushuaia Tower and the Hard Rock Hotel. The Ushuaia Tower is now called the Unexpected Hotel, which I think we've mentioned before.
Mm-hmm.
And also, we've mentioned that they're changing the Hard Rock Hotel is now changing to the Sight Hotel. And we said we have to be careful not to put an extra letter in there, really. So,
of course.
But what they're doing, it seems to me like they're connecting the two hotels. They're kind of next to each other, but there's a few things in between. But it looks to me like the plans are they're actually connecting it to make it a massive complex. And they're also doing a big gastronomy section. Now, they've already got the Gordon Ramsay brand there, which what's it called? Hell's Kitchen, wasn't it, I think?
Hell's Kitchen, yeah.
Yeah, they've got Tatel there as well. They've got other world-class brands there. And it just sounds to me like they're really going for it, Rich. They have, as you rightly put it, they've stumbled on a sweet spot. And the sweet spot is luxury. Money people like to come over. They like to stay in the hotel. They're going to be entertained in Ushuaia by world famous names like David Guetta and Martin Garrix, and they're going to go to world famous hotel restaurants like Tatel and Hell's Kitchen. And I think they realise that they're just getting the margins by going up market. So, in one way, it's a nod to where the island's going. We are going up market, and as you put in your story there, people are prepared to pay for the privilege, and also they are really investing heavily, not just in Ibiza, but in all over the world. So it's good news, I think, in general, but some people will be a bit sniffy, but I think we have to look at it and say, wow, they really are going for their lives.
I think it's sort of, well, within the travel industry, it's a well-known fact that the Brits sort of do pay a lot less for their rooms and holidays than, say, the Germans do or the Spanish do. And particularly, for instance, if you put Americans into that equation as well, and now that you've got obviously daily flights coming from New York to Mallorca, you've now got a flight coming in from Abu Dhabi into Mallorca, you're going to find that I think quite a lot of these people are going to do like a dual island thing. They're going to come to Mallorca, but they're going to visit Ibiza for a couple of days. That's what I imagine what these people are looking for.
Yeah, I think that's the flexibility of the islands these days, where you can book everything online. But I'm going to give you a great segue now, Rich, because I think, as you rightly say, I think tour operators from the UK, especially Jet2, there you go, you know where I'm going with this, don't you? The Jet2, they are offering great package. I had a friend of mine the other day who I was asking, she was asking me about some recommendations, and I gave them recommendations. She said, I've just found a great deal on Jet2. And this was Jet2 Holidays, rather. And this was for the first week of August, Rich. She tried to do it independently, book the flights and book the hotel. When she booked it as a package, it was 25% cheaper. So, Jet2 Holidays are doing the business, and that's your segue.
Well, thank you, because Jet2.com will offer almost 1.5 million seats into the Balearics this summer, representing an increase of more than 135,000. That's 10% more in 2025 than in 2024. And the company has announced all these plans at Feetour, of course, which is the big travel market that's been on this part, or last week, not this week. The airline will peak at more than 300 weekly flights from 14 bases, because don't forget now, Jet2 are flying in from southern-based airports that they never used to, including this year Gatwick. Last year it was Stansted and Luton. So it's 14 different bases. And for its part, obviously, don't forget there's the airline that services the sea-only part and then the holiday part as well. It will work directly with more than 600 hotels in the region, offering complete holiday packages. Mallorca will once again be Jet2's main airport in Spain, with almost 890,000 seats expected to arrive in 2026. That's 90,000 more than was in 2024. It's an increase of about 11%. In Ibiza, the airline would exceed 360,000 seats, which is around 10,000 more than last year. 78 flights per week during high season. And Menorca will see the highest percentage growth with an increase of 19% compared to the summer of 2025, where it will reach 240,000 arrivals, 37,000 more than last season. So they are really pushing it out there.
I think when you think about tour operators, and myself and you have got a long history of working with tour operators, I don't think we can actually understate enough, or overstate enough, should I say, how important Jet2 are for the kind of economies of the Balearic Islands now, because they've just gone from strength to strength. They've filled that little gap that everyone else left. And I think they've got such power in their purchasing now, Rich. I just think they're just getting the best prices off hotels, hence why they can now offer great deals in packages. And did you see that? I saw it online this morning. There was a fantastic new advert out with Ryland as well. It came out, I think it was just recently, and he's really, it's a very good advert, and I think it'll go really well. Is it Ryland Clark? I think the presenter, and he comes across really well, and they're kind of going on the riff of what's the meme that is it Jet2 Holiday, what's it called? It's you get more value from a Jet2 holiday.
Oh yeah. Well, it's been massive, isn't it, on TikTok?
They're riffing off that meme, and he comes across really well. So Jet2 are just going from strength to strength, which for the as you said, I think for the Brits, the Brit market. I think nobody gets better value for money in the holiday season than British who are looking for a holiday package.
I totally agree. What else you got?
Let's have a look, Richie. Okay, Parador. I'm just going to a quick one, mate, because
he loves his Parador. He loves it.
Well, listen. After you made me explain what it was last week, which let's do it again. It's a hotel owned by the government of strong historical and cultural interest. There you go. Now, I was just reading about Paradors. I've got a real bee in my bonnet about this Parador. I don't know if you read my blog about it this week, Rich, but it was a bit.
No, I saw it this morning, and I haven't had time to read it. I'll be honest, but I will be.
It was about the Parador. It was a bit tongue in cheek, but I mean, it was positive. And I said to you last week on the show that I think the prices were quite reasonable, between €200 and €300. And that is correct, Rich, but I forgot to mention that is low season.
Okay. There you go.
Right. Now, listen to this then. So the peak price, let me get this right now. So the peak price in high season for one room, and this is just your bog standard room with breakfast, is €608 for one.
Oh.
There you go. But no, it gets better, Rich, as well, because for a junior suite with sea views, €1,190 for half board. So they're obviously they'll be doing some good food in there as well. So half board for one night in the Parador, which is the historical hotel at the top of the old town of Ibiza, a cool €1,200. Rich, shall I book you in?
Well, even low season, I'm struggling. To be perfectly honest,
Richie. Now, Priority Mallorca's going through it. Going great guns. I mean, should me and you do a little bromance in August for a night and do a?
Well, I'll definitely be coming. But my son has one more game in Ibiza against Udi Ibiza. There's one more game to go. I don't know when it is yet, but I'm saying definitely. I'm only coming if he's playing.
Yeah.
But if he's playing, I'm coming over. So yes, definitely.
I'll book you into the Parador, mate. We'll have a little bromance, and we'll have the full hit, the bed, breakfast, and evening meal, and we report back. Do you think they'll give us a deal?
Probably not.
I just say,
unless you go in with the old normal, you going, don't you know who I am?
Well, I use that regularly, but it doesn't seem to work anymore. Funny.
Can I talk about Condé Nast or whatever?
Condé Nast, yeah, of course. Yeah, well, I've got to tell you, Calvià, for my research this week, Calvià, which I presume you're going to talk about now, kept coming up in all my searches as in expensive place and a real up-and-coming place. So I'm hoping it's going to be the same from Condé Nast.
Well, apparently it's come up, or Calvià's come into the category of best beach destination in Spain. The National Geographic Travel, one of the most influential and internationally recognised travel publication, awards prizes each year to destinations that stand out for their tourism quality, their innovation, and their ability to offer unique experiences to travellers. And this is the Reader's Choice Award, which is even more probably invaluable.
Yeah, it's good
because you're actually getting people, that probably will hopefully come along as well to vote.
So Richie, it was like when I was nominated for reality TV personality of the year. Is it similar to that then by the people?
reality. Are you serious? You didn't win though, did you?
No, the guy from Love Island won.
Really?
I think I came a long way last. I think, Rich, but my point is, when it's voted by the people, then obviously it means more, doesn't it?
Well, you had no chance if it was voted by the public, Mark, did you? Let's face it. I mean, come on.
Touche, Richard. Touche.
So anyway, yeah, good. That's good that you can vote. Voting is open for the 21st of January to the 21st of February via the magazine's official website, which is Viajes. That's viajes.nationalgeographic.com/ES. It's a bit of a mouthful, but if anybody wants me to pass it on, I will pass it on to you.
You need to put that in the WhatsApp groups, mate. I think that's really important. I mean, Condé Nast, as you say, it's probably a little bit too upmarket for you, Rich. I mean, you probably keep reading Viz and the Beano, but I mean, Condé Nast is really the upmarket reader's choice. It really is.
Viz and the Beano. Come on. Whatever happened to Shoot magazine, by the way? No, that was my old favourite.
I used to watch Shoot and Smash Hits every week when I was a teenager, and Shoot and Roy the Rovers as well, Rich.
Roy the Rovers, yes, and Roy the Rovers, and if you go nostalgia, do you remember Tiger and Scorcher as well?
They're a little bit before my time, but you're a bit older.
Of course, yeah, whatever.
But my brother used to like 2000 AD with Judge Dredd. So that, hey, listen, we're showing our
yeah, our 60s
children credentials there, Rich.
Exactly.
Final one for me, Rich, is a little bit about property. As you know, I'm a property geek and I run a Ibiza property shop on the island of Ibiza. So I always keep abreast of these. See that kind of plug there, that shameless plug there, Rich. I keep abreast of all these stories. 2 stories came out this week, which, first of all, Ibiza town is the second most expensive place to rent a house in Spain, behind somewhere in Catalonia. Somewhere near Barcelona. So Barcelona first, Ibiza second. And Calvià was in the top 5 as well, Rich. So I say Calvià keeps coming up everywhere as well. And the very interesting thing, because buying a house, we often talk about it here about our children, and we're buying houses in the Balearics. The average age, Rich, listen to this. I was surprised at this story. The average age to buy a house in the Balearics, so that's you as well, is 49 years old. So the average age of people buying houses in the Balearics is 49 years old, which I don't think is a particularly great thing, is it? We're not getting the youngsters on the ladder, and it just shows you that your kids are going to be living with you till they're about 40, Rich, I think. So So and the national average, this is an interesting one as well. The national average is actually 48, and it's gone up from 45 to 48 in 10 years. So
wow.
We often come back to it, and I was doing some research this week, and it's just it's a simple equation, Rich. People want to live here, but there's no houses, so the prices are going up, and obviously youngsters can't afford the houses. So average age to buy a house in the Balearics 49, which is, funny enough, just my age.
Of course. Yeah.
All the fives, 49.
Exactly, especially after all those injections.
I don't know what you mean, Rich.
Anyway, listen, let's talk football, because we always like to end on football. Again, I sort of seem to be going 1 week good, 1 week bad here. If Mallorca are playing away, you can always rely on them to be bad, and then when they play at home, they do the business. But unfortunately, they lost 3-0 away at Atletico Madrid, which, it's not an easy place to go. But Atletico Madrid haven't been playing that well, to be honest with you. They lie in 3rd place in La Liga. Quite a big gap, normal between them and the top 2, but they are in 3rd place. They won by 3-0. Mallorca weren't in it whatsoever, to be perfectly honest. And we are now in the relegation places, unfortunately. 21 points, and we are, like we said last week, 21 points. We are 6 points below 8th place. So, from 17th, 18th where we are, it's 6 points, and you'll be up to 8th. So it's very, very tight down there. We've got Seville Seville at home next Monday, 9 o'clock kickoff, and it's one of the teams in and around us who are we could go above them actually if we beat them. So it's a big game. It looks like they're going to stick with the coach right now, because obviously we're at the end of the window. Don't really see them changing too much right now, because the coach, whatever coach is going to come in, he's going to have to work with the players that they've already got. So, do you stick or twist? I don't know. But you should see the crowd's reaction, actually, if they do get beat. this weekend.
Yeah, big game, Rich. But also, I think it just shows you one win or one loss. It's just changing the dynamic of everything.
No, it does.
So maybe that's why the coach has had a stay of execution, because one win doesn't change things. But try telling that to Thomas Frank.
I know he can carry on what he's doing. He's doing a fine job. Don't worry about him.
Listen, let's not mention Arsenal either, mate. After your
well, listen. You know what's funny, Mark? Last week we went to Inter Milan. We beat top of the league Inter Milan 3-1. Top of the league in Italy. I'm saying we're on 3-1. Everything was rosy, and then we go and lose at home to Manchester United. And then you've got, it winds me up. You've got people on phone-ins and everything else going, they're rubbish, the manager's got to go and all this. You're like, hang on a minute, we're still top of the league, we're 4 points clear, we're top of the Champions League, we're in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup, we're in the fourth round of the FA Cup. I mean, the team's dying to be in that position.
Rich, it was one mistake in two worldies, so I wouldn't on another
exactly
another day it was that. But listen, spoken like a true dreaming gooner. That's all I'll say, Rich. So
glass half full. And listen, you can imagine the gub I got from all my Man United mates, but I also started getting gub from Tottenham fans as well. I'm thinking, hang on a minute, Tottenham fans are giving me gub. Unbelievable. But anyway, listen. Always glass half full, me, mate.
Exactly. So Richie's done his football story. So I'm just going to finish on Pasha. Pasha just announced, Pasha, the super club based in Ibiza town, of course. They've just announced their opening party, Rich. And I've got to say, it's pretty impressive. It's, first of all, the dates of it is it's opening over three nights, 24th, 25th, and 26th of April. So it's more of a festival than an opening party. And they've got some serious names: Marco Carola, Solomon. Who else we've got there? You've got lots of names. So two things I'll say is they're really throwing the kitchen sink at it, because the competition's pretty impressive this year. And also 24th of April, Rich. I mean, that's what, 3-4 weeks earlier than it used to be. So the island really is kicking off at the end of April. So another reason why you come over early. And I said before to everybody, April is such a great month to come over. So if you're going to come to Ibiza for the opening parties, then come up. It's April this year. So get yourself over. So that's it from me, Rich. I've just got some feedback from last week, mate.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
He hasn't told me about this.
No. It's just funny because I was just speaking to a girl I know, and Steph Healy, who's she's a DJ in Ibiza, and she's just went, "Oh, by the way, I must tell you, my mum absolutely loves your podcast."
Oh, thanks, Steph.
She's learning so much about the island. So yeah, apparently we're on repeat in the Healy household. So
really?
I said I'd give Anne Healy a big shout. So she's from, let me get this right, because she's from Ballycotton, County Cork. So Anne Healy, thanks for listening, and I hope you're enjoying this week's podcast, which of course I am enjoying it as always.
Can I give a quick shout out? You've shouted your blog. I'm going to shout my blog.
Yeah,
I'm doing a political rant this week, and I've gone 2 feet in, Mark. 2 feet.
I love a Richie rant, mate. Can you give me a little? Can you give me a little?
No, I'm just. You know what? I am so fed up with.
I thought you were going to say another word there.
Well, that as well. I am so fed up with former Conservative people leaving the party and going to join Reform and saying, "I'm putting the country first." Do me a favour.
I did see your little.
On Twitter, I'm going. Mark, you should follow me on Twitter. I'm absolutely.
I do, Richie. I do.
I'm going down a rabbit hole on Twitter. I'm absolutely, and it's just like. I mean, did you see her cuddling up to Nigel Farage yesterday?
Are we doing this now, Richard?
No, we're not. Sorry, because it will ruin my blog. But it just. I'm not. Listen, I should get out more. I know I should, but it just winds me up. These people that are so self-serving. Do you know what I mean? You think, oh yeah, but I'm only doing it for the country. No, you're not. You're doing it for your own political career. It's rubbish.
Anyway, as Richie said, it's always the glass half full with Richie Pryor.
Glass. Listen, those lot, I'm telling you, charlatans, a lot of them.
Anyway, Rich, I'll look forward.
You can leave me. You can be stewing in the corner.
I'll look forward to your ranting blog post this week, Rich, as always. So, and always good to see you. And
you, mate.
And I look forward to catching up next week.
I hope it stops snowing for you.
No, I know, Mark. Luke. My son's not very happy, so I think he's going to Barcelona. I think he's doing one and going to Barcelona for the night. So
was it? Okay.
Might not be a bad idea. But listen, I'll talk to you next week, Richie.
Take care, mate.
And you, buddy. Speak to you soon, mate.
Bye, mate. Bye-bye.